Making homemade papers is one of the coolest things you can absolutely do. This is just a fraction of the papers that I had designed over the years. These are all made simply by recycling paper that you've thrown out, stuff from your kitchen, and a little bit of paint. Talk about making a great paper here. This is just made by using cold fibers in a mold. And basically, this type of paper is very soft, and it's used for types of construction or art materials. If you want to make Christmas cards or something, this can't be beat. Now, today I'm going to demonstrate how to make this in your own home. To start my tutorial, you're going to need an old electric blender. Do not use the one in your kitchen. Go to a yard sale or some type of garage sale and pick up one that you can put the fibers in here and never have to have food contaminated with. The second thing is you want waste paper. These are just photocopies from an office that were thrown out, and we're going to recycle those. And you're going to need some type of mesh screen where the water can penetrate through. You're also going to need 2 canvas frames, and if you don't have this, go to a local art store, buy the canvas, just take the canvas off, and there you go. On one of the screens, you're going to stretch the mesh across here, and I have put staples around to make that nice and hard. So we're going to begin our process after getting water and filling it in with it. For your project today, you're going to need 2 tubs. One to soak the waste paper in to make it soft, and the second one is for pulling the paper up to actually make the paper. Use lukewarm water and fill the tub up halfway. Once you've filled the tub up halfway, you want to start taking your waste paper and start shredding it up, adding it to your lukewarm water. This is going to be the start of the breaking down process. We're going to be taking our garbage paper that we don't want. And you can put anything in here, cardboard, paper cups, anything that works. We want to let that sit 24 hours. This paper has been soaking for 24 hours and it's very, very, very soft. I want you to see how it just falls apart in my hand because the fibers are breaking down, and that's exactly what we want. The next process is to take this paper out of here and put it in a blender. With this process, we just want to take the fibers out of the bucket, and we're going to now add them to our blender. Don't put too much in there. Fill it up about halfway. Leave some airspace in there, and we're going to add nice, clean water to the blender. I'm adding about 75% water to the blender because I want those fibers to go around inside the blender very well. So now, once you got that capped up, here we go. Fire away. There we have paper. Oh, let's uncap that. Look at that. This is perfect. This is exactly what we wanted. We want those fibers to just flow through our fingers like that. And this is the exact consistency of what we want for our recycled paper. You're unsatisfied with the color, you say. You don't want it white. No problem. I am using acrylic paint colors. This is just an alpha bright aqua green number 29. You can use any color you want. Use something that's water-based. Add your color in there. I put about 2 inches worth of paint in there. Put the lid back on. Let's see what it becomes. Pulse. If we like the color, let's make it a little bit darker. Yeah, about another 1.5 inches worth of paint. This is just some pulse. We have an amazing color. Now, a friend of mine had given me this big dried leaf, and this is from an elephant ear plant. And I'm going to, now that it's dry, I'm going to shred it up and add it to our mixture today, because I want to add some new kind of fibers or consistency to this recycled paper project. And don't overdo it with the blending because you don't want it too blended in. We are ready for step 3. The next part of the tutorial is we're going to use a very large basin and another tub, and we want to make sure that we can very easily slide our frame in here, pull up, and then slide the screen out and then make the paper. So let's fill this tub up with water, at least 50%. Once your basin is completely filled, 50% with water, you're going to now take your slurry that you've made and pour it in. Making sure that's equally distributed throughout your mix. Now with my 2 frames, I have here some silkscreen material, which I'm going to cut to size to overlap the size of our screen. The water is going to flow through this. The frame is going to dictate the size of our paper. With our slurry, I'm going to mix it up so we have as much fiber flowing on the surface of the water as we can. And I'm going to take the screen now, and I'm going to very carefully go from the left to the right side. Filling the screen up, I'm pulling up. Now that the fibers are in there, I'm going to do it again. Just let the excess water pour off. And that was a double pull I did on there because I didn't think there was enough fiber there. Once you take this frame off, that is the size of the paper. Once you have the size of the paper created, you're going to take your hand and you're just going to pull this right off. Slide it right off, molding it into shape, flattening it out on some excess paper. You're going to let this now dry for 24 hours. My favorite part about making paper is you really don't know how it's always going to turn out. This is the easiest way to do it without presses or any type of expensive equipment. And tomorrow, after this is dried, we're going to take it and we're going to pull it off.